Hi guys, Kanika this side from the channel Mind Garden, and today we are going to talk about the chapter 7 attitude from the book Power of Awareness. And in this I would like to share with you a story, one particular amazing story that Neville has shared with us. Okay, so here it is. One day a costume designer described to me her difficulties in working with a prominent theatrical producer. She was convinced that he unjustly criticized and rejected her best work, and that often he was deliberately rude and unfair to her. Upon hearing her story, I explained that if she found the other person rude and unfair, it was sure sign that she herself was wanting, and that it was not the producer but herself that was in need of a new attitude. Now, a little disclaimer here that this sentence is not at all pointing it out that it is hers or any other person's mistake for rude behavior. It's not at all deciding that one is victim and other is not. It's just teaching you that you can change other person's behavior by changing your own internal state. No pointing out of mistake is being done here. Okay, moving ahead. I told her that the power of this law of assumption and its practical application could be discovered only through experience, and that only by assuming that the situation was already what she wanted it to be could she prove that she could bring about the change desired. Her employer was merely bearing witness, telling her by his behavior what her concept of him was. I suggested that it was quite probable that she was carrying on conversation with him in her mind which were filled with certain criticism and recrimination. Now there was no doubt that she was mentally arguing with the producer, for others only echo that which we whispered to them in secret. I asked her if it was not true that she talked to him mentally, and if so, what those conversations were like. She confessed that every morning on the way to theatre, she told him just what she thought of him in a way she could never have dared to address him in person. The intensity and the force of her mental arguments with him automatically established his behavior towards her. She began to realize that all of us carry on mental conversation, but unfortunately, on most occasions, these conversations are argumentative. That we have only to observe the passerby on the street to prove this assertion. That so many people are mentally engrossed in conversation and few appear to be happy about it. But the very intensity of these feelings must lead them quickly to the unpleasant incident they themselves have mentally created and therefore must now encounter. So it's the mental conversation you think you are having with that other person that leads to the true reality of having an argument in real life. When she realized what she had been doing, she agreed to change her attitude and live this law faithfully by assuming that her job was highly satisfactory and her relationship with the producer was very happy one. To do this, she agreed that before going to sleep at night, on her way to work, and at other intervals during the day, she would imagine that he had congratulated her on her fine designs and that she in turn had thanked him for his praise and kindness. So she just kind of reversed her attitude towards the producer, and to her great delight, she soon discovered for herself that her own attitude was the cause of all that befell her. The behavior of her employee miraculously reversed itself, and his attitude, echoing as it had always done, that which she had assumed, now reflected her changed concept of him. So she changed the concept of him in her own mind, in her own mental conversations, and which was being now reflected in real life. What she did was the power of her imagination. Her persistent assumption influenced his behavior and determined his attitude towards her. It was her persistent assumption that bring about the change in the real life. You have to persist in those assumptions. Okay? Comment down below any questions and queries that you have.